Alrighty, well, it is that time of year. It is the 31st of December. It is New Year's Eve, and I think today should be a day to reflect on 2020. Because, it wasn't a great year for some people, but, in retrospect, you just gotta look on the bright side. And, I'm not going to say 2020 was a terrible year for me. I've gotten used to the lifestyle, even before Corona, of just sitting in my room and basically doing nothing. I've, been in my room. I go to school from home. I do YouTube from home. I don't go outside all that much. So I kind of already know the lifestyle of living indoors and not having to go outside. I've been doing it for 5 years. I don't know why this year would be any different. But there has been some restrictions on what we can and can't do. Even though I'm a hermit and live inside my house all the time, there's some specific little things that I like to do here and there. Like sometimes I like to go roller skating, or sometimes I like to go to the arcade or go bowling or something like that, and all that stuff was shut down. So there has been some restrictions on what we can and can't do, but, this is a year for reflecting, definitely. Yeah, let's just, I guess, talk about 2020, because, I wouldn't say necessarily this year has been terrible for me, because I've gotten a lot accomplished in 2020. We hit 100 subs on the channel. That's a huge achievement for the channel. It's just that when I started this up a year ago, I never thought that, hey, in 1 year you will reach your goal and go beyond said goal. And I believe right now we're at 109. Okay. So, again, we reached our goal and beyond, so I'm happy about that. This year was kind of a rough year in the retrospect of YouTube, because they passed a lot of new laws for putting restrictions on YouTube. The COPPA law, the DMCA law, which means you can't play music on stream, and if you get a copyright strike, you could face jail time, blah, 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 blah. We're still waiting to see what's going on with that, but, it's just not been a great year for YouTube. Of all the years to start YouTube, this is probably the right one, because we've been stuck inside all year, and what's better to do when you're stuck inside than stream? It wasn't a great year for YouTube in general, because, internet was a thing. It was like the internet was so slow because everyone's trapped inside. It's basically just that. And I had a couple other points, but I pretty much forgot them. But other than that, 2020 has actually been pretty good. Other than the fact that at the beginning of the year, we started making videos, but then we switched over to streaming. That wasn't terrible. That was probably the best choice I could have made for the channel, and I thought long and hard for a couple of days about making that choice, and it was a hard decision to switch from a basic video channel to a advanced streaming channel. And I never really thought in a year's time after I started this, I'd be sitting down streaming every single day on a schedule, playing games. And 2020 was rough for another reason. The computer I was limited to was basically the reason. Well, it wasn't a computer, it was basically a laptop. And if you've watched any of my older streams, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. I haven't been able to make good content due to this fact, because the CPU that the laptop had was so limited that just having Streamlabs open took up 90% of the CPU on the computer. So I couldn't really play any advanced games, and even if I could, they were on potato graphics. But, the end of 2020 was, I guess, better, we should say, because, I got a new computer. So, I'm able to run a lot of stuff on here at once. So, for retrospect, on my old computer, I wouldn't be able to have Streamlabs open, YouTube Studio open, and a game open at the same time, or else it would lag the stream beyond belief. and I would have to open up YouTube Studio on a different computer. But now I'm able to have, the studio.youtube.com. I'm able to have a live control room open. I'm able to have Streamlabs up on my computer. I'm able to have Discord open. I'm able to be playing like Minecraft Ultra Graphics. I'm able to play Call of Duty on this computer, so that's pretty nice. And not to mention, I got a new capture card, so I'm able to start playing some PS3 games and PS4 games on my computer, so that's going to be fun. Yeah, we can play stuff like Skate 3, Paradise City, all that stuff. It's going to be fun. I'm excited to see what 2021 has in store. But I mean, have there been times in 2020 where I thought YouTube isn't working out, I should quit? Absolutely. I'm pretty sure everybody had that thought this year. It's only because it's not that, unlike some people that I may know who want to quit YouTube for one reason or another. It's not that I expected anything out of YouTube this year, specifically like financial wise. I pretty much just wanted to do YouTube because as a kid it always seemed like the Holy Land. Pretty much. It was like that majestic place you see as a kid, and it's like, I want to do that. I want to be what they're like. And, I mean, over the past 7 years, I mean, it's been interesting. YouTube has had its ups and downs, but I mean, 2021 might be the end of Twitch and YouTube streaming because, all these laws that are getting passed might just kill streaming. Because we might have to switch over to making videos because the pure fact that editing, if we play music on our stream, we might go to jail, we might not. Nobody knows. That's what the law says, at least now, apparently. So if we play 5 seconds of an Imagine Dragons song because it's our ringtone on our phone, who knows what's going to happen. Everybody says 2019 was a really bad year, but not compared to 2020. But, I mean, I don't speak for everybody here, but 2020 hasn't been all that bad for me, again, because I've gotten used to the lifestyle of being stuck indoors. So, I mean, it wasn't all that bad for me, specifically, but I know it's been bad for some other people. I wanted to take a second to mention one of my friends, Funtime Games. He had to halt everything on YouTube because 2020 wasn't great to him. So he doesn't have much time for YouTube anymore. So 2020 wasn't great to him. And I wanted to also mention my friend Gozzle Games, Mr. Pumpkin Nuts. And there's a couple others, but 2020 hasn't been great to them either. Their channels not doing great. Me and Gozzle were in a sub race. He suggested that we did that to get to 100 subs for the custom URLs, and we got called out a couple times for doing a sub race just for selfish reasons, but it was just because of the custom URLs. We both wanted custom URLs for our channels, and we're like, what's the best way to get the custom URLs? And he suggested, why don't we do a sub race? I'm like, what's a sub race? He's like, it's where both of our channels are in a competition to get to 100 subs before the end of the year or whatever. I'm like, oh, that sounds interesting. And I'm like, okay, we'll see. And, I mean, in the end, I was glad that he was my friend throughout 2020 because we collabed together. We enjoyed being partners on YouTube. There are some things I don't like about Gozzle, and there's some things I do like about Gozzle, but in the end, we're both friends, so, I mean, live and let live, I guess. And, some other people that I didn't mention is, of course, Sans, my mod, Relentless, my thumbnail maker. Sans is also my mod on, Discord, so he's going the extra mile this year. He does it for free as well. He moderates the chat, and both YouTube and Discord. And Relentless makes my thumbnails. I'm glad I met both of them this year. If I didn't, I don't know where I would be. in 2020 because without their help, I probably would have quit a long time ago. It's just surprising how many friends slash enemies you can make in 1 year. Especially friends. I've made so many more friends this year than I could have ever thought. Like I created a whole crew with Gozzle, and you know, uh, the fact that I've built a little community, just from YouTube, or a community of respected individuals and people. Fun Time, Sans, Gozzle, Relentless, all those people that I collab with. I'm glad that I met them in 2020 because if I didn't, who knows what would have happened. But straying away from the crew and everything like that, I don't expect 2021 to be any better. I expect it to get absolutely worse, and maybe it'll get better towards like the middle of 2021. But yeah, it's not looking great for the beginning, so we don't know what's gonna happen. But all I know is that we just gotta power through it. We gotta do our best. 2020, how would I rate it? I would rate it, I mean, for me, it was, I don't speak for everyone again, but I guess I'd rate 2020 a 5. 2020, not the best year, but it was a year. Would I say it was the best year for YouTube? No, it wasn't. We've made a lot of progress this year, but, I mean, there were so many ups and downs that we just really couldn't call it a win here. My New Year's resolution, I actually had 2 resolutions. I said, this year I'm going to make a great YouTube channel, and I did. I made the best out of 2020 and did what I could. And I wanted to lose weight. I met one of those expectations. 2020, not the best year, but then again, not I wouldn't say it's the worst year. I think the worst year would probably have been, for me, I want to say 2013, because that's the year I broke my arm. What is my New Year's resolution? My New Year's resolution is, again, to make the best YouTube channel I can, make the best content I can, and I guess just help people wherever I can. If somebody comes into my chat and asks for help, I'll help them. If one of my friends reaches out and asks for help, I'll help them. So, without further ado, thank you all so much for watching. I guess this could be the end of the video. I don't want to put any of that like nonsensical like the video, subscribe, bell notification button. I want this to be a wholesome, nice little video. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next stream. Peace out.